Graduating from college reflects of years of hard work and discipline entailed. For a student ranking with honors, it is a great feat. But how about 2 sisters or 3? 3 sisters, 1 university, each on their own journey, but taking a similar path, especially with their faith. Michelle Pareto gives us the details.
Our older sister was the first one to do it. I guess she inspired the rest of us to follow through with that as well.
Rizal, Jamie, and Joy, sisters with a multiple of things in common, one being all graduating from the University of Guam with a Bachelor of Arts in Education, with honors.
I was able to graduate with the honors of summa cum laude.
I was able to graduate with the honor of magna cum laude.
I was able to achieve honors I got cum laude for that one.
Having grown up and helping children, going into education seemed like a natural path to follow for the sisters.
Pursuing a career in that, I had already been exposed working to kids through my time in the CWS, that having a career in that same area was not going to be anything new. I know that my younger sister Johara, she's also been exposed to working with the kids.
As sisters who are close in age and close to each other, Rizal, the eldest, had a big responsibility.
The oldest one is usually the one who goes through life's victories and also difficulties first. And with regards to that, at least I would serve as the paveway for my siblings after.
For my older sister, seeing her doing things first encouraged and inspired me to want to try to do it.
Seeing what they do, it's like, oh, I can learn from it. Having them there, when I'm talking to my friends, oh, but my sister did this, using them as examples in my everyday life.
However, the road hasn't always been smooth or easy leading up to their academic success.
Throughout my educational journey, as I reflected on it, once you go into college, you realize that you're really on your own. You have to figure it out on your own. It's really the start of independence. The biggest challenge for me personally was figuring out the right way, because realistically in my college journey, it was not a smooth journey. It came with a lot of mistakes.
When I was in college, I was working part-time, I was going to school. It can get very tiring and very exhausting.
I think one of my biggest challenges with whether it be college or even high school was that I faced a lot of anxiety.
But with each other by their sides for support, they were able to learn how to navigate through their university years together.
No matter what life, whatever challenges that's going to be thrown at me, I will continue performing my duties.
It's such an important part of the worship service. Being an organist also to help train other organists, but it's the blessing that you're able to not just play, but to lead not just the choir, but the entire congregation in the worship service. And I think that's a great privilege that comes from our Almighty God.
Their common source of strength and what deeply binds these sisters together is the true faith they share inside the Church of Christ and the multiple duties they hold. From their youth, the value of holding a duty or office was instilled in them, and they learned to prioritize what is most important.
From a very young age, our parents, they were always officers, as my dad, because he was a choir member also, he gave that to us. And we started training at a very young age. Growing up, it was just something that was in the back of our life, like going through middle school, high school, and then even through college. That was just always the priority, which was our offices.
Once I set it in my mind that duty is the one that's going to come first, no matter what happened throughout my college journey, that's always how I made decisions. Balancing it is like it has to be your routine. It becomes a habit to you essentially as an officer. I was able to overcome not because of myself, but because God helped me figure out solutions to each problem that I faced along the way.
Their parents continue to remind them of what's most important.
You're going to be given so many options that you have to choose from. But at the end of the day, you are the one making that decision for your life. how do I choose correctly? How do I do that? And I think, our dad will remind us, you need to pray. If you don't know what to do, you need to pray.
Our parents, they also always ingrained in us, we've helped put you through school, but the one thing that we can offer to you for your ultimate success, for your future, is your duties and your election in the church, your membership in the church. That's the only thing that you can hold on to.
No matter what worries that you're going through, God should always be your top priority, and you should always entrust everything in His care.
Masaya po kami sa nakatapos sila ng kanilang mga pag-aaral at kinikilala po namin na ito'y awa at tulong ng Diyos sa aming sambahayan, sa aming pamilya. Ito po yung pagdinig niya sa aming mga panalangin sa araw-araw, sa gabi-gabi bago kami matulog. Sa amin as parents, ang pinakamaimportante sa lahat, anuman po yung na-achieve nila sa eskwelahan, sa kanilang pag-aaral, ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat ay nananatili po kaming lahat sama-sama sa paglilingkod.
My daughters I consider them as God's blessings in our life. I'm so proud as a parent because they achieved so much in life with the help of our God. Sobrang proud po ako sa aking mga anak kasi nakikita ko sila na binubuhay nila yung mga tinuturo sa atin sa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Lalo na pag nakikita ko sila na tinutupad nila ang kanilang mga tungkulin, nasisigurado ko sa sarili ko na kung sakali iwanan ko na sila at pagpahingahin na ako ng Diyos, mananatili sila sa iglesia at ipagpapatuloy nila ang kanilang mga tungkulin.
Despite all they have accomplished, Rizal, Jamie, and Joy have further goals and aspirations in their field.
I do need to start my career this coming school year as a teacher, but I do see myself within the next 2 years probably pursuing a master's degree or higher education.
My goal now is to pursue a career with the degree that I've earned, and hopefully in the future to pursue higher education like my master's degree.
I do plan to come back to school for my second master's because I want to pursue a counseling field.
And so as they continue on in their education and in their faith, they know what they must do to navigate the future.
Especially being a CWS teacher, you are the first one to lead not only the officers but even the children under our care. We work together with our officers to activate, to check up on each other so that even from their youth, they are not left behind. As long as we set the example,
prioritizing their duties to God help Rizal, Jamie, and Joy to balance all their other responsibilities, a foundation of faith instilled in them by their parents. Together, they not only have a bond of sisterhood, but a strong bond in their membership as officers in the Church of Christ. Michelle Pareto for the Iglesia ni Cristo News Network.
How inspiring. Members of the Church of Christ, like these three sisters, though with great aspirations and dreams, prioritize their services to the Almighty God, in turn receiving help and guidance. How has God helped you with your dreams and aspirations? Let us know in the comments. Well, that does it for this episode of INC News World. Tune in every Sunday for new episodes on INC TV and every Wednesday on our YouTube channel and on streaming platforms. I'm Brother Sean Adam. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. God bless.